Loading Up Podcast. Game on.
Perfect.
Welcome back to the Loading Up Podcast, your go-to real gaming talk, unfiltered takes, and next level energy. I'm Brother Zay, one of your co-hosts, joined by the dynamic Brother Tay. And the mastermind on the boards, producer Jay.
What's up? What's up? How's it going?
What's going on? Man? Now, before we jump into today's madness and all the stories that we have for you, let's give a shout out to the sponsors who keep the lights on. We have Dubby Energy Drink. They fuel your grind with zero sugar, zero crash. You get 10% off your order when you use code LUP at checkout. And let's go to the next one, NordVPN. Stay safe and stay connected. You can hit the link down below in the description and grab a massive 67% off of a 2-year plan. There's an insane amount of savings right there. We'll talk more about that later on in the show. We got Starforge systems. Power up your game with premium, pre-built, and custom PCs. You can tap the link below in the description for all your exclusive discounts made just for our listeners. And don't forget to like and comment. It is free. You can also rate us if you're listening to us on a Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We really appreciate all of you for joining in and listening to us every week. Thank you guys so much. All right. Now that is out the way, talk to me, guys. Brother Tay, what you been playing?
For this week. So last week I went back in time because they put Backyard Baseball for the phone and PlayStation.
That's right. It's already out.
Yeah, it's already out. And then this week, my game on my phone on my computer, Team Fight Tactics, upgraded to a whole new set. So back on the grind to get back to platinum and higher. Pain in the ass like always, but we will get there.
Nice. Back on
That's
UBS with your Team Fight Tactics.
Absolutely.
All right, Brother Jay, you been playing anything?
So I've been really getting deep into Blueprints. I mentioned it last time where I just recently I got back into it and I finally reached door 46 or room 46, which is the ending. I finally beat the game.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I'm very proud of it. I did it by myself. I didn't look up any hints or tips or tricks and stuff like that. I figured out all by myself. Because I know it was very tempting to do so. Because there were some puzzles in there that was just like, yo, like I can't be spending so much time on these little puzzles. But the good thing is that the puzzles, like once you figure it out, like that's it. Like when you encounter it again, you just do it again. You know, you get it and it's already done. Yeah, so I finally beat it and I'm very happy about it. Now I gotta do all the secrets because there's a bunch of secrets in the game that I didn't even bother to touch because that's a whole nother can of worms. And yeah, so now that's what I'm tackling now. Yeah, so I've also been going further in Baldur's Gate 3. You just saw me playing it right before we started here.
I did.
Yeah, we're kind of like we're doing what do they call it? Doing some spring cleaning of quests and stuff like that. The stuff that we kind of were not really like paying attention to. We're trying to like mop up the rest while we can because I feel like in the past acts we've missed some just because we didn't think we'd progressed more than because sometimes you get locked out of them if you don't do it by a certain point in the game. So we're trying to like do all the side quests before we do the major quests so that way we can do as many as possible. So that's what we're doing right now. We also played a little bit of, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see some gameplay. We played a little bit of Ready or Not, which that was actually very fun. It was ridiculous and hilarious at the same time. But yeah, that game is really fun. I definitely recommend anybody, if you got some friends to play with it, any platform, cross-platform is fine. It's a little bit of a maybe it was just us. We had a little bit of a struggle setting it up because for whatever reason,
I think it's a server thing.
Maybe I don't know. We played it. What's that?
No, I don't know. It normally does a servers issue.
Yeah,
When it comes to
it
those
probably was a
weekends.
servers issue. I mean, we're playing it at night, so um, when regardless, if you got friends to play with, definitely play with them.
Yeah.
With this game because
And
it's
if
so fun.
Yep.
and if you don't have friends, just go online anyway. Play with randoms. No problem with that.
I
No, they're
mean,
actually surprisingly really fun to play with randoms online. As long as you're talking, communicating, it could be really fun. It
Absolutely.
also depends on who you play with. There are some randoms out there that are a little bit too much.
well, you got to be careful because like that there is friendly fire, so
Yeah.
you gotta be very precise with what you're doing. And we had a clip. I mean, maybe I'll post it now
Okay.
where if you're watching it right now that we were trying to infiltrate like a cabin or something, and we didn't prepare for the cabin to be rigged, and we all blew up. Well, two of us did.
It was two of us. It
Yeah,
was
it was
funny.
two of us blew up, and we were not expecting that. So
Yeah, it was
it was
absolutely wild.
funny. It was crazy, but
I
yeah,
really wish that I had the recording of our voices at the time
I
for that
know.
clip because it was so we were like, oh,
Yeah, I wish we had the recording. It was so hilarious.
it was even more funny because it was Brother Jay. It was just like, wait, what happened? Who died?
Yeah, it was me. It was me and Brother Jay. We were just back in the back. It was you and Brother Matt that were in the front, and you just died in front of our eyes, and we were just like,
Yo,
"Oh my god!"
yeah. Fun times.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that's also what I've been playing. We played some more Ready or Not. I played through and beat Wheel World, which is an Apurina game that they've dropped on Game Pass. It was actually really fun. I gotta go back and like clean up some of the achievements. But other than that, it was really fun racing game. Very unique. And it's short, it's not too long. Um Really fun. I really enjoyed that game. And of course, on top of that, I've been playing some Call of Duty here and there, and jumped back into Battlefront. No, not
Battle
Battlefront. I'm sorry,
Battlefield.
Battlefield
There you go.
2042. In anticipation for Battlefield 6, getting the Battlefield itch.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out about Battlefield, and there's a beta coming out. So
Yes.
we'll see if the hype is real.
Yes, we shall see.
Oh Lord.
So we'll definitely I'm definitely gonna get Battlefield 6. I know some
Don't
people
say
are.
so now, because you never know. It could
I
be
know
a pile of doo-doo. You
I
don't
know a
know.
lot of people have hesitations on Battlefield, especially after Battlefield 2042 was a letdown, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting it anyway. All right. I really loved, based off everything we've seen so far from Battlefield 6, the the destruction, the guns, just the attention to detail on like the environments. It looks really good. I can't wait. I can't wait to play it. No matter what, I'm gonna get it. So it doesn't matter.
All right.
Whether people like it or not, I'm getting it. I'm playing it. I'm gonna be in Battlefield 6.
You heard
And
it
in
here
the
first.
yes, you heard it here first. And in the meantime, I'm gonna be playing Battlefield 2042 to scratch the Battlefield itch.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I guess we could jump right into the news, right? We got some bit to talk about.
Yeah.
This one's I think we saw this coming when this particular game was announced. So Sony just decided that they're going to sue Tencent over the Tencent's upcoming game, Light of Motoran. It's pretty much a Horizon Forbidden West clone.
Yeah,
It
like
is
literally down to like the box art or
yeah.
the key art, whatever you want to call it. Like it looks identical.
Yeah, it looks too similar. It's like they copied the Homer but changed nothing.
Yeah. They just changed the name of it. That's it.
Yes. So Sony they filed the lawsuit. Of course, people reached out to both Tencent and Sony, but nobody's got an immediate response. I think they're gonna let this play out in the courts. Obviously, so I mean, this is I don't know if you saw the picture of the games, but like you said, it looks exactly like almost one for one. New when we saw this, we said this is a Horizon sequel.
Yeah, I
But
remember when we talked about it and we saw
yeah,
the trailer. I was like, "What is this?" Like, it literally
yeah,
looks like Horizon.
yes. Well, Tencent they tend to do that. They tend to make game look exactly like other games or play exactly like other games. So does like NetEase. They do all these. I'm sorry to say, but all these Chinese-based game companies, they kind of infiltrate the gaming market with a game that kind of looks exactly like another game or plays exactly like another
I was gonna
game.
say it plays sometimes. Like if you look
Yeah.
at like Marvel Rivals, that's like from the get-go, people were saying it's an Overwatch clone, but with Marvel
Yeah.
characters. So like that's kind of
Oh,
their
that was me.
MO.
That was me. I
That was
said
you,
that.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like there plenty of people were saying that too. So that's kind of the thing that they do. Like
Yeah.
they skirt the line of copyright to the point where now it's starting to be like, okay, this is not even like this is a blatant ripoff.
Yeah.
Like
So
clone,
we'll
clears.
Like, well,
Sorry.
see, there's clones and then there's like direct ripoffs. Like this one, like if you didn't see the title of the game, you would have thought that was Horizon.
Yeah.
Whereas other ones, it kind of looks like it, but not really. Like it's different enough. This one isn't different enough. Put it that way.
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
same
this
every.
is still. Yeah, no, you got to see the pictures of it. It looks way too similar.
And
look.
what's even funnier that lends to it being a direct ripoff was that the Tencent was actually in talks with Sony to make this a Horizon game. And when Sony said no, they just did it anyway and just didn't call it Horizon.
That's probably why it looks so similar.
Yeah.
So they probably have the samples and everything. So probably the same engine too, honestly.
Yeah,
And
pretty much. It
thematics.
might be. It might be. It might be literally everything that Horizon is, but just
Yeah.
not called Horizon.
Damn, Tencent's the friend I hate to let cheat off my homework. Oh fuck! I said change the engines. Come on.
At least like change it up a little bit more. Like
Now you both
You
fail
didn't
for
even-
cheating.
yes,
You didn't even
exactly.
get rid of my signature. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I mean this is so new. Like this lawsuit was just filed very recently, so we won't hear much about it in the next couple of weeks. Probably like in a month or two, we'll get some more updates because we don't even have updates from the lawyers themselves. It's literally so new, but we're gonna keep an eye on it because we want to see what happens. Want to see if Tencent gets slapped by Sony. We'll check up here and there.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a long process, but we'll keep updated on what's going on.
Yeah. Now for more legal trouble. Edward Kenway, he's the voice actor. His name is Matt Ryan, from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. He has revealed a secret video of him hinting at the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, and it nearly got him into trouble with Ubisoft because they're threatening to sue him for insinuating that Assassin's Creed 4 remake is happening, which is it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So Matt Ryan released a video. He kind of sort of hinted at a remake coming out. Ubisoft did not like that, and now they're threatened to sue him. They have not sued him yet, but they're threatening to sue him. And I don't know how that's gonna play out. It's basically one of your voice actors.
Yeah.
What
I
do you
get
do from that?
Problems.
well,
Exactly.
so it's a weird situation because I get the like confidentiality and NDA and stuff like that, but this is something that people have been wanting. So I'm assuming he did it in order to like drum up hype because he probably assumed that the game was going to be announced sooner rather than later. And now Ubisoft essentially is just confirmed that this is a real thing. So like I don't think they're going to follow suit. Like this was just that they were going to, or they were strongly considering it, or they were close to it. I don't think anything has happened, at least not yet, but it really shouldn't. I don't think this is grounds for a lawsuit, especially when it's getting people excited and will make Ubisoft money later on. Granted, if once it was announced, people would have got excited anyway, but like you really going to sue somebody because they spoil a surprise? Like I don't know. That just sounds silly.
Yeah, definitely weird. Like it's a weird situation. Like this is your employee.
Right.
Like he works for you.
Yeah, and I'm sure. I mean, well, I don't know if it's like a full-on remake or if it's like a remaster where they redo the graphics, but like the dialogue is the same. I don't know, but it still seems a bit much, and I hope that nothing does come from this because I would hate to have like any bad will or bad blood between them because that's you don't want that to be in the background of what's supposed to be a a good moment and a good release of a fan favorite game. Yeah, so I don't know. I really this is just a weird situation, and I don't
Yeah.
think this has happened before. Like I know there's been like NDA leaks and stuff like that, but usually the publisher would just like reach out to the person and just be like, "Shut up, like stop." Like,
Hey,
the more yeah, it's just like the more you draw attention to it, the less of a leak or the more of a leak it becomes. If you don't say anything, people could just be like, "Oh man, maybe he just didn't know what he was talking about." I don't know, but yeah, it's silly, and I think Ubisoft overreacted or might overreact.
Yeah, I don't.
We don't
I
know.
think they threatened to sue him, but I don't think anything's actually going to come out of it because, like, the video that it wasn't even him filming; it was a fan asking him a question about it, and he's just like, "I don't know, man." And then they're just pressing him, and he kind of like shrugs it off. So I don't really think it's like Ubisoft is going to actually sue him. They just probably threatened to him to not say anything else, so he doesn't actually reveal anything. He didn't really
anything?
reveal anything.
I still
No,
think
it's
it's
not.
kind of
It sounds more like they heard about a voice actor saying too much, and they're like, "Yo, what the? Who is it?" And then they just kind of moved on with it. Like we can't have him talking too much. That's what it sounds like according right now.
Yeah.
But who am
yeah,
I
I
to judge?
guess maybe the whole threat of a lawsuit wasn't supposed to be like and that they had to
Serious.
say that, like you
Yeah.
say, oh, this could end up being a lawsuit, but then
Oh,
publishers and leakers ran with it and was just like,
mhm.
yeah, like they were gonna do it, but maybe they didn't really intend to. They were just saying, hey, shut up, or we will do this. I don't know.
It's like you putting too
Yeah.
much. You making it too hot for us right now. Stop it.
Right, right. It's still a form of advertising in my eyes. I feel like
I mean, we're
Absolutely.
talking
Ubisoft is
about
gonna
it.
yeah, we're talking about it, and this is a good thing. Like I'm excited for it because Black Flag was like one of the fan favorites, of all the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
The freaking Skull and Bones was a spin-off, or originally was a spin-off of that game, and then it just like became its own thing, which you
How
know
dare you?
it was
How
supposed to
dare
be.
you?
It was supposed to be a spin-off of Black Flag,
No,
and
you're
then it was,
right. You're
but
right.
then they just made it
I'm
its
getting
own game.
emotional. You're right. I'm getting
But
emotional.
in fairness,
You
I will give it to
damn
Ubisoft. They
chips.
they are supporting it. Like I think just recently, as of maybe like a few months ago, they said they were adding more to the game and even like on land portions of it, which is what people were wanting and expecting from the original game. So,
Just bitching for nothing.
but yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I would expect an announcement relatively soon at this point.
Well,
On TikTok, I saw a clip of somebody actually playing it. I'm like, man, I don't
Playing
remember
it.
this. Yeah, they were playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, like streaming it on TikTok, and I'm like, man, just remember this part of the game. I want to download it.
Yeah.
That was literally just like 30 minutes ago. Not even lying. That's
That's
crazy.
funny.
look at
Alright,
it like this. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, time to re-download it. All right,
Damn
let's
it.
talk. We got some Nintendo news, and it's a weird one.
Shocker.
The Nintendo Switch hit a sales milestone, and after the sales milestone, they are increasing the prices. That's right. So they're increasing the price on pretty much everything, except for the Switch 2. The Switch OLED is $50 more. The regular Switch and the Switch Lite all getting price increases. Even Alarmo clock is getting a price increase. A lot of accessories are getting price increases, and they're very sly about it. They kind of leave the door open to increasing the prices later on for future consoles. And it's sort of like what are we doing here? I mean, price increases 8 years after the console's been out. It's a little bit ridiculous now. Like this is gone too far. I I literally remember a time where console after 5 years the console price went down. You could pick up like a 360 super cheap after the release. So even the Xbox One, even the PS4. Like why are prices increasing after years on the market? What's going on?
Yeah, I genuinely do not understand the mentality behind raising prices of old hardware. Like you said, we're in year 5 of this generation. For the Switch, it's year 7. So
Yeah.
it's like, why are you raising prices now? And I
Yeah.
get they're gonna blame the tariffs and stuff like that, but it's just like at
The
that
tar-
point, like
the
just
Let
stop
Tav raise the
selling it.
price on his own then. Let the
Like
Tav raise it on his own. Don't add it to a new thing. Now you're just being greedy.
right, like
Exactly.
why are you doing like that's just added more cost to the consumer. I don't get like if you really I mean maybe this is like in an effort for them to do that. Like if you don't plan on selling more stock, just stop selling it. Like why
True.
even raise the price? Just get rid of it. Take it off store shelves. You already have the Switch too. Why are you still selling the Switch? Like don't you want people to upgrade? Like it just doesn't make sense no matter how you look at it. And yeah, most people already have one. That's not the point. It's just the principle of it. And like Brother Zay said that they're leaving the door open that to maybe increase the price of the Switch too. After they already launched it just a month ago. So or 2 months ago. But
We'll
it
complain about
was
the original price anyway.
What-
exactly.
Yeah. Now, what's really like people are actually even writing articles are now talking about like, oh, go buy the Switch 2 now because the Switch prices are increasing. It's gonna increase the price later. So I feel like they're just being greedy. Hey, increase the price of this so they are forced to buy the new console. So it's really the practice is really shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we gave Xbox shit for doing the same thing. And
Yep.
I have to expect that Sony's gonna do the same thing eventually. Maybe they're biting the bullet now just because they can, and they're the market leader, so they can take a little bit of a hit in terms of sales. Even they recently just said that they had to change their sales forecast because of all this stuff that's going on. So I'm assuming they're expecting to sell less consoles now.
Mm.
But yeah, I expect the price increase for like the PS5 and PS5 Pro. And that was what sparked a lot of people to buy it recently because people were expecting a price increase of those things. So like you say, yeah, you're right. Maybe they're the same thing is going to happen with Nintendo where everybody gets a Switch too because they think the price is going to increase. Maybe that's the thought process. I don't know. It's still very weird
I'm not
and
buying a
just
Switch 2 anyway.
it's backwards like
It is
that
backwards.
that we are the further we go the more expensive it gets. Like that's not how this stuff is supposed to work. It's supposed to decrease the price to incentivize us to buy it, not
Yeah.
increase. That's
Yeah.
not going to cause more people to want to buy it. Maybe short term, like right before, because I think Canada had like a month heads up that they were going to increase the price, but in the US we only got like 2 days. Like actually today, as we're recording this on Sunday, August 3rd,
Yeah.
this is when the price increase takes effect. They told us on Friday that they were going to increase the price.
What the fuck, yo?
Yeah, craziness.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, the Joy Cons already had a price increase. I think it was like last summer. Now they when I got none, the Joy Cons don't even work. They with the stick drift. Now you're expecting to pay more. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That they're doing is literally just greed. And I get people want to blame it on other things like with tariffs or no, it's just greed. That's all it is. Want more money.
Yeah, that's
We
ultimately what
got
it is.
we got to get the money.
Freaking Nintendo's Dr. Evil up in here.
Wow.
Don't make me. You know I'm not acting up. You already knew what this is about. Don't act
Let's
surprised
move
now.
on. We have Xbox news. So Xbox has announced that it will not be selling the Outer Worlds 2 or any of its holiday games for that matter at $80. Instead, it will keep the $70 price tag that it's been at. So they announced that the Outer Worlds 2 would be $80 and it got a lot of backlash because people thought that's a weird game to make it to start the $80 trend because it's not like
No,
it's
the
not like
game's
Call
not.
of Duty.
Yeah,
You know, it's not like Call of Duty. It's the Outer Worlds 2. It's like, why is that $80? So
that
they
ain't no
decided
Mario Kart equivalent.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what people are saying. So they announced they're changing it back to 70, and they've already announced pre-orders were being refunded and reimbursed for the $80. And they're gonna just keep games at $70. I think this is a win for the consumer, but also sort of like this. They had to have done this simply because pre-orders were probably in the dumpster with
Most
this
likely.
game.
Yeah.
Most likely,
You know?
completely.
Yeah, so I think
How's
that's
it-
why they reversed it.
What kind of reimbursement? They just give people $10, like that kind of reimbursement, or like
No, I mean,
I'm just
so
curious.
the way Xbox does pre-orders anyway is that they don't take them out of the count until 10 days before the game is released. And since this game releases in October, they technically didn't take any money unless you brought it like on PC or something like that, you know. But on the Xbox console itself, they didn't take anything. So they probably just canceled the pre-order and had you re-pre-order it at the correct price.
Yeah. That's most likely what happened.
That sounds like
And
so much more work than it needs to be.
it is, but they made their decision. They shouldn't have priced it at $80 to begin with.
You're
And it's
right.
funny
but,
because like they posted like a meme about it, like using like the in-game characters or whatever. Like somebody's punching somebody else, and then the person who was getting punched was $80, and then the person who was punching was $70. So like they're aware of like all this stuff, but it's just like, why did it come to this? I think honestly, what Microsoft anticipated, which is what other publishers were anticipating, was that once Nintendo did it, that's just free reign for everybody else to do it. And I think they were expecting all like the other big names to do it. There's people that are saying that I mean they're still saying that GTA 6 is gonna cost like $90 or over $100, whatever.
No.
And they seemingly okay, like they're just expecting it because that's just how things are now. But I don't think they anticipated that the backlash was going to be so much because of how well like the Switch 2 is selling and Mario Kart. I think the attach rate is like almost 1-to-1 with that. Like the people who bought a Switch 2 bought Mario Kart. Like that's pretty much how it is.
To be fair, if you bought a Switch 2, your only goal was to get Mario. I feel like if
That
you
is-
already made the decision,
Yes.
you were already going to spend more money.
That
I
is
mean,
true.
that is literally the only Switch 2 game out besides now
Donkey Kong.
Donkey
yeah.
Kong. So like if you
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
Switch 2, those are literally the only two games you should have technically.
True.
And
I mean, you
then-
do have all the other
GameCube.
Nobody's
On the
buying a
GameCube
Switch
thing.
2 to play Cyberpunk.
No, you're right.
No, not. I mean,
Who's-
people
come
who
on.
are Switch, like they only play on the Switch, I guess.
They should already had
Boom.
Cyberpunk now.
Exactly.
they were-
Exactly.
They were Switch 2 people only. They should have already had Cyberpunk to begin with.
Yeah, I don't know,
Upset.
but
And already upset with it as we speak.
either way, I think because the whole thing with Borderlands, where people were like, they were basically, I don't want to say they were bullying, but they were very stern on Borderlands' price because I think Andy Pickford said that the price is not up to him, and basically hinting that it might be $80, but then they released it for 70. So I think, and then people were happy about it. So I think publishers are starting to see the reaction to like the potential of $80 price tags, and they're basically backpedaling because they probably anticipated that they were just gonna sell it for $80 and people were just gonna be okay with it, or not okay with it, but they were just gonna eat it. It's like it's whatever.
Just
What
gonna
can we do?
accept
They're
it.
increasing price. Yeah, accept it. But no, people were not accepting it. Except Nintendo fanboys. But so I think
Not
they're
wrong.
just changing course, at least for the time being. They said holiday, and I think probably by next year we'll have $80 games on Xbox, at least for certain games. Same thing for PlayStation as well, I think. Although the two games that they have coming out are lower, I don't think they're 70. I think is Ghost of Yodi isn't it 60 still? Or maybe it's 70. I mean, I'm bugging.
I don't know.
I don't remember, but they're not doing the $80 games, at least not yet.
No, yeah, it's $70 for Ghost of Yote.
Yeah, so I think
Not yet
2026 is
part.
when we'll see a widespread of $80 games, but until then, I think everything else is kind of backpedaling. And then there's talk about like Battlefield 6 being $80. We don't know. That's again, we're talking about EA, so maybe they'll be the ones to be
It's
like, fuck it,
possible.
who cares? Yeah, who cares? Like,
Well,
we're
no,
not
didn't
gonna
EA
backpedal
say
nothing.
didn't EA say they're not gonna charge $80?
I don't think they said it. I think it's still up in the air.
Okay.
Nothing has been
What?
confirmed.
I'm
But
buying it
trust-
anyway,
You're buying it
boys.
anyway. You're part of the problem.
I was like,
But
we really don't trust EO anyway. Like, come on now.
No, we
That's-
don't trust EA, but I'm gonna give them my money.
That was you didn't understand. I'm still going to give it away. Like, it don't
right.
matter.
It's like but yeah, so it's good news for now. But
Yeah.
we'll see how this plays out next year. But for at least until the rest of the year is okay. We're in the clear until 2026.
Yeah, we're definitely in the clear. I'm glad it's happening.
Yes.
Let's
'Cause and the thing too about like Outer Worlds in particular, like that was not the game to start
No,
this with.
definitely
They were gonna do
not.
it. They probably should have done it with Call of Duty. Most people probably would have expected that. But Outer Worlds is
they
not
could
the
have got
one to do
away
it.
with it if it was just Call of Duty.
Yeah, but now
Yeah,
they
they
can't do
also
it with
could've.
Call of Duty because they said they weren't going to. So
Yeah. I mean, think about it. You don't really need to. We didn't need to have $80 games at Call of Duty. Between Call of Duty coming out on Game Pass or let's say you're on PlayStation, you got it on PlayStation, right? You're gonna spend the $70 for the game, and then you're gonna buy the Battle Pass or Black Cell, whatever it is. You're gonna buy the DLC. You're gonna buy skins. That game makes hand over fist cash. They're not worried about an $80 price tag.
yeah, that's true.
You're not wrong, but like, let us dream.
Yeah.
Sir,
No, let's move
what's
on.
going on?
Let's keep going. We got another story here. This time it's from Epic Games. So the Epic Games Store is going to be available for Android coming on the Google Play Store. That's right. They won an appeals. So Epic CEO Tim Sweeney tweeted on Epic Games Store for Android will be coming to the Play Store. This will allow people to play Fortnite on Androids again. You know, we saw a little bit earlier this year with Apple and Epic winning that case with Apple. This is now Epic winning against Google. Of course, Google did appeal the decision. So right now, the Epic Game Store will be available on your Google and Android phones. For Google Play, you can go ahead and play Fortnite and all the Epic games that are available there.
They were
That's for
already
right now.
available, but not through the Play Store. You had to sideload it from the Epic Games website.
Yes.
And that was one of the benefits of like Android, that they let you sideload games, and that's what they wanted to do for iPhone, which I think they're still gonna do it, but it may only be for like European iPhones. I don't know. But yeah, that was how I was doing before. But now you don't gotta do all that. Even though it wasn't a hard process anyway.
No,
you can
it's really
just,
not a hard process.
yeah, so now you can just do it through the Play Store, and it's simple.
what's funny is my son actually helped me do it on my phone, so that way I could play Flappy Bird.
That's
Because it's
pretty
not
good.
on the Play Store, but it's on
Yeah.
the Epic Store. So he actually did it on my phone for me. So that's how I know it's not hard. These kids, they know what they're doing. Just give them the phone and tell them what you want. They got
There you go.
it. So yeah, it
Son,
was
help
very
me.
very
I
easy.
got you, Dad. Those I got you, Dad.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
one thing this does open the door to, and I mentioned this before, that so Microsoft and Xbox had planned to open their own mobile store and have it be available on like Android and iPhone and all that
Yeah.
stuff. The problem is that they were waiting on this legislation or this lawsuit or whatever to pass to see what they can do, because if they had to sideload it, then they were gonna have to do it the way Epic did before, and then with iPhone they would have to do it a different way. But they were waiting for this, so now this means that Xbox's mobile store is, because they did say it was done, that it was basically ready to go. They were just waiting. I think this is the clear that they needed, so now they can release their store to all those platforms and have stuff being sold through there. So I do expect to hear more about that relatively soon, like probably within the next week.
I mean, it makes sense. Google and both Apple have a monopoly, essentially, on the payment systems and stuff on your phone. So this is, I think, will be an easy win for companies to go up against Google and Apple, because you could just be like, "Hey, they're being monopoly," and the government will be like, "We don't like that. Let them through." So
Yeah.
hey, that business over there is trying to make monopoly. Not on my watch. I only owe 2 stores. That's too many.
Yeah, so I mean, well, like you said, we'll see how this plays out if we get more stores available both on Android and Apple stores. So we'll see. And then the last but not least bit of news we have is a shocking one. So based on a jobs listing, PlayStation might be leaning into a multi-platform strategy in the future. The recent announcement of Helldivers 2, the Xbox port, was major development for Sony, as they don't put exclusives on other platforms. So this was a big win for both Xbox players and PlayStation players who play Helldivers 2. But now, according to the recent job listing from Greenhouse, which is the platform that Sony Interactive Entertainment uses to post jobs, the new job description mentions releasing PlayStation Studio software titles across platforms including Steam, Epic Games, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile. So here's a little slight description. It says we'll play a critical leadership role in shaping and executing the global commercial strategy for PlayStation Studio software titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware, including Steam, Epic Game Store, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile. This role is accountable for optimizing title profitability, ensuring cross-functionality alignment, and leading a high-performing team focused on multi-platform expansion, mid-range commercial planning, and platform partner management. So right there in the job description that I just read, they're planning to bring more games to Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile. Right there, that alone, PlayStation is dead. They're a third party now.
Well, that's what some people will lead you to believe,
I
because
swear to
people
God.
are so in
Sorry.
denial about this stuff. Like,
He's gonna get us in
this,
trouble one day again.
he's trying to steal your thunder.
I know. Let me get us canceled first. Come on, bro. It's my job.
My bad, bro. My bad.
So this should not be a surprise. Like, we've been calling this, and I distinctly remember saying that Sony has direct access to how much people are pre-ordering, buying all those Xbox games on PlayStation, and they
Mhm.
see how much money Xbox is making off of them.
Yeah.
Off of their user base. And I said it Sony was not going to be okay with it. At least not without doing the same thing. They are just as money hungry as Microsoft. The only thing is that they've been doing it different ways. They've been doing it through ports to PC, which was the same thing that's happening now, but now it's happening for Xbox and Switch and mobile. So, like, I don't. The day that they put games on PC, this should have been like it was gonna happen. Like this should have been an inevitability to people, or at least like understand that it was gonna be an inevitability. But just they were they were people were just in denial about it. They didn't think that they were gonna do this, and it just didn't make sense not to do it. There's too much money on the table to not do this.
Yeah,
And-
you're losing so much time. It makes sense.
Yeah, and people are talking about PlayStation loses value because it's losing exclusives. Like, it's not. First of all, at least not right now, and not anytime soon. Our game's gonna launch day and date. Maybe in the future, maybe within the next 5 years, we'll see that. But today, that's not happening because it's not happening with PC. At least not widespread. They're gonna adopt the same strategy that they had with PC releases, where it's staggered, maybe like 2 to 3 years after the release, they'll put it on Xbox. And that's not hurting anybody on PlayStation because you had 3 years to play those games. So like let's say by chance, they didn't play the God of War game. They just never got around to it. And then they decided to port that game to Xbox. Does that all of a sudden make God of War less valuable to play if you own a PlayStation? Does that all of a sudden make you think like, oh, let me not get it on the PlayStation that I already own. Let me go out and get an Xbox instead and get it on there. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like you already are
Makes sense to
invested
me.
in
What you
in your-
talking about?
it, maybe to you, but it doesn't make sense to everybody else. But like it that's not gonna happen. Nobody is going to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe a very like less than 1% of people are gonna be like, oh, I don't want a PS5 anymore. Let me get an Xbox or let me get a PC because everything is coming there anyway. No, like there's a very small margin of people that are gonna do that because people have invested into the platform that they're already on in their libraries because they already bought all those games. They have like 40, 50 games in their library that they're just not going to abandon.
Yeah.
Maybe some people are willing to abandon. Maybe just like fuck it, I don't need those games. Fuck it. I'm not going to play this game no more. Like I'll just start fresh. And that's the problem. People are still thinking in the mentality that with each generation that it's a fresh start. It's not. The PS5 is just a stopgap of a PS4. And the Series X and S is just a stopgap of the Xbox One because they had to keep everything compatible with each other. And that's the reason why games are like cross-platform right now. There's still games releasing on Xbox One and PS4 because they had to keep them connected because they needed that money. And Xbox and Sony and PlayStation knew this. That's why they invested in backwards compatibility. They know people were going to be hesitant to switch over. People who built up their libraries on an individual platform are not going to jump ship because they don't want to just leave their games behind. So that's why they wanted people to stay. They wanted people to build up their libraries even more. And that's also why they released like remasters and stuff like that to kind of get people to like reinvest and not reinvest, spend more money. Like basically double dip. But yeah, so this whole thing, it was bound to happen. And I don't understand why people didn't see this. The PC release stuff should have been the first indicator that Sony was already preparing on the idea of people of porting their games to other platforms beside PC.
So the reason why people are so either upset or like they don't understand why they're going there is only because they have made their whole identity about the plastic box that they purchased when they were, younger. That's the only real reason. I have all the consoles. I could play whatever game whenever I want. I don't have to choose between the other two. I guess some people only can choose one, but when you make your whole identity about, oh, my exclusives, I have better exclusives, and then your exclusives are on PC, now they'll soon be on Xbox. What do you have? You have nothing. You are nobody. These companies don't care about the individual person, and you're screaming on Twitter about your exclusives being exclusive to your plastic box. They want money. And the only way to make money is to ship it on other platforms. And we've seen that because even their game of the year, Astrobot, only sold like 1.5 million, maybe 2 million copies. There are 77 million PlayStation 5s out there that could play Astrobot 2. And not, less than 2 million people bought that game.
Yeah.
So
I think the people that are upset about this stuff, they're the types to suffer from like buyer's remorse, that they have to make excuses for anything that they buy, and they'll fight tooth and nail to defend the reasoning behind why they chose what they chose. When like it doesn't have to be that deep. Like you can like something just because you like it. There's nothing wrong with preferring a PlayStation over an Xbox, or an Xbox over a PlayStation, or whatever. Just say that you like it. That's what you prefer. That's fine. And honestly, this whole like new stuff, like with porting to other platforms and stuff like that, I welcome it specifically because it's going to show, or it's going to reveal to people and to themselves what they really value in gaming. Because a lot of times people say, oh, I value exclusives. Like I can only play this game here. And that's why I bought the PS5. That's why I can only play God of War on PS5. That's why I bought the PS5. But then when you take that out of the question, you start to think about, okay, do I actually like the PS5, or did I only buy this because it had this game on it? And then you start to see like, okay, maybe I do have another choice. Maybe there is another platform that I would actually prefer. Maybe I would get a PC if I prefer to, that ecosystem, or maybe an Xbox, maybe a Switch. Like when you take exclusivity off the table, you start to see what you actually value. And that's a good thing. Choice is a good thing. I don't care how many times people try to play up that exclusivity is like a must for modern day consoles and stuff like, or any platform for that matter. Choice will always be better for the consumer. And I think this is what is going to happen. People are going to have a choice. So they don't have to feel bad about playing one platform over another, or having to stick with one platform. You can, if you're on PlayStation, you can play Gears of War. If you're on Xbox, you can play Helldivers 2. So like that's the beauty of it. And this should ultimately be a good thing, but people are trying to spin it as a bad thing. Oh, Sony's going to die. The PlayStation brand's going down the drain. This and that. Meanwhile, they're probably going to get a PS6 anyway. So it's like, why are you even, what do you care? We already seen like leaks. I mean, I don't know how valid they are, but of the PS6. So you know that it's happening. A PS6 exists. That it's going to exist. It's going to come out. And you're probably going to get it. So why are you making a big fuss? Just let people play games where they want. That's it. That's all that matters. So I welcome this, and I hope that more games come out to any platform. And I hope it's like the bigger games and not just like smaller little experimental games. I'm fully expecting Spider-Man. Like that's the big one that people are saying. That's the one that makes the most sense because that's a Disney property, and they probably need money to pay off that licensing fee.
Thanks.
So that's probably gonna hit Xbox with the quickness.
Probably. I mean,
and Wolverine won't be far behind. Maybe not at launch, but it won't be far behind.
That's so over. There is no Wolverine. We talked about this. It's not real no more.
It's not real. It just disappeared. It doesn't exist.
Same thing as that Deadpool game. It was all just a fever dream. It was never real.
It was a fever dream.
The good one you thought where he was dancing with death was not real. That's what you thought could have been.
Okay, you're gonna gaslight me into this. Okay.
Been waiting for this Wolverine game for 8 years, bro.
For real, like, phew, it's gonna be a PS6 title at this rate.
Exactly. See? If you just say it's not real, so when it comes out, it's a surprise. It makes
There
everything
you
better.
go. You're right. That's probably the best way to handle it.
And that's literally all we have for the news. It was we haven't done a podcast, but if you haven't seen, Brother Zay is on YouTube streaming streaming the Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke challenge. It's been great
Watching him-
streams.
Watch him
Yes.
almost lose everything.
Yes.
Hilariously.
So I did lose everything.
I swear to
I had
God,
to-
brother.
I had to start over, and I think this run is gonna be better. I did lose a Pokemon. If you, I won't say which one, but I did lose one towards the end. But I got past where I lost the last time, so that's a win, right?
Oh my God, this brother.
I didn't lose everything though, so
You
that's
did it.
you know,
It's-
I'm
it's-
getting
it's
better at
definitely a
this.
step up.
This
You're
is
getting
what it
better. You're
said.
getting better.
He said, "Look, I budgeted correctly. What do you want?" That's what.
Listen, that's part of the game, man.
It is. It is. You're
happens.
doing your best you can. Keep trying. Keep going.
Yeah, and it's been a great stream. They've been really great replacements when we haven't had the time to schedule the show together. So we appreciate you streaming there.
Oh yeah,
And,
no, I this is
yeah.
something that I've been wanting to do for such a long time. I've always like thought about it, and I thought this was my opportunity to do it, and it's
perfect.
going great. I'm having a lot of fun doing it, and I'm gonna be doing more.
It
plenty
is so
more.
much fun to watch. It really is.
Yeah,
So
I remember
keep it
because
up.
you were watching the last one and you had to go,
Yes.
and then like today you told me you were disappointed that I let one of the Pokemon die.
Yes, you know, I woke up this morning. I'm like, let me put on the stream. I was like, no.
I know. I was upset.
this-
Trust me.
At this point, whenever next time you stream, just call us so we can just make fun of you for the whole stream. Just record
That's
that
crazy.
episode.
I will let you know.
It would be great.
Yeah.
I'll be kinder.
But you'll be kinder. Oh, definitely. Then I gotta bring you in. I want to hear nice Tay.
I am. To be fair, I am nice to you and Brother Zay. It's Jay that I'm not nice to.
That's true. That is
That is true. Yeah,
And to be
100%.
fair, he kind of earns it most of the time. But that's for a different time.
That is no, that's for another podcast. But yeah, so
when we get to that one.
yeah, I know, right? But if you're watching on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our videos. Check out the live streams we just mentioned. If you're listening to us on a podcasting app, you can rate us and share us with all your friends and family, so we can get more viewers, more listeners, and we can spread the love, because that's what we want to do. You can also check out our sponsors. You can look in the description, which is W Energy, NordVPN, and Starforge PCs. You can save some money off of subscriptions and products from them, and your support for them will help support us. That's it, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
This is where the limerick go.